Smiles, but there'll be some tears as well if it's your child's first day of school, and saying goodbye on that first day can be the hardest moment for both children and parents. Well, today we'll find out how to overcome separation anxiety for a happier, well, somewhat happier first day of school. We're joined this morning by Clinical Psychologist Jasmin Kooverjee to help prepare you for that drop-off tomorrow. And it's very apt, Jasmin, morning, because your little one is going to be going for the first time, so you're going to be you're going to have to practice what you preach this morning.
Yeah, I'm going home to do that.
You're going to go home to do that. You needed to take 2 days off. So it's going to happen tomorrow. Let's talk about first-timers who are going to be heading to a classroom. From today, what are the what's the mood we need to create? What's the discussion we need to be having with our little ones?
Well, it's all about, the preparation should have started long ago, not just from today. But from today, it's about creating that calm mood, because mornings are the most stressful time. That's when everyone's running around, get ready, I need to go to work, he needs to be at school. So it's about putting routine in place, finding out what time everyone needs to wake up, what needs to happen, how they can structure the day. Over the time period, they should have learned how to dress themselves, get themselves organized in the morning as well, so that it's not you or dad trying to do every single thing together. It's about giving the child some responsibility as well, but just monitoring that they're moving forward.
Okay, so the first day, tomorrow morning, like you say, don't do everything. Don't stand there brushing your child's teeth for him. So how much leeway, how much independence do you allow tomorrow morning, given that traffic is going to kick in as well? And like you say, your anxieties are going to be kicking in as well as a parent.
The thing is, if you helicopter parent too much, you're going to stress them out, because they pick up on your stress and then they don't want to do anything. Even if they were going to brush their teeth, then you're getting stressed out that you're late and you go nag them, brush, brush, brush. That's when they're like, I don't want to do anything. So actually, it's about you staying calm, waking up in enough time to leave some leeway for them to delay and to get ready, and then to do all of that in place. So it's organization, time planning, and structure.
So how much hype do you build up around this? I mean, how much do you talk about it between today and tomorrow morning? I mean, you also don't want to, put the pressure on. You must go there and make as many friends as you can and make sure that this is the type of friend you make. What do you say and what don't you say?
Well, I think the conversation starts a long time before that. Like from last year, for example, we started talking about what big school was, what grade R meant. And it's just about letting them know they just need to go there and have fun, just to play and to listen to teachers, to take in as much as they can. Because the moment you say, behave, do well, make friends, that's what creates depression. And once again, the opposite happens then.
And so, don't make the teacher out to be the bad guy also. If you don't listen to your teacher, this is what's going to happen.
Yes, because when you say all of that, small children actually create fantasies in the mind of the worst case scenario. So then they're scared to do anything, because they're like, oh my God, if I do this, I'm going to get into trouble, or the teacher's not going to like me. And when they make all those assumptions, they automatically start behaving in a very different way. Versus if you say, go in there, have fun, listen to the teachers, make sure, you just have the best day possible. That's actually what creates a good environment.
So let's talk practical things, Jasmin. Let's talk about things like the school bag and the lunchbox and all of that, because the last thing you want is your child to come home and say, Mommy, I'm so hungry, I didn't know how to open my lunchbox today. And you'd be like, oh, I'm a terrible parent. So
basically, you show them their lunchbox, you show them how to open it, you show them the juice bottle, you show them how to open it, and practice. It's about practicing a few days before, it's about practicing the day before as well. So that also when you pack their bag, don't pack the bag and give them the bag. Show them what you're doing and do it with them. The more you do with them, the more they know how to do it for themselves at school. Because otherwise, you're right, they're not going to know how to do anything, and then they're going to be too scared. So it's also about routine in terms of telling them, okay, when it's lunch break, this is what you do. You take out your bag, listen to the teacher, they'll guide you. So help them trust the teacher as well to feel more confident in the class.
So you get to the gate tomorrow. How far do you progress into that classroom? How long do you linger? Who do you talk to? What kind of conversations do you have? Do you say, oh, look, here's a nice friend. Why don't you sit next to this child? What are the do's and don'ts for when you get there to the school gate?
But I think parents themselves need to follow the school rules as well.
Okay, there's that,
yes. So sometimes schools will say, drop them off at the gate, we'll fetch them from the gate, or go to the classroom, fetch them from the classroom. So it's about go with the school rules firstly. If you see a child easily letting go of their parents and your child's a bit clingy, don't say, be like that child, you see how good he is. You're setting the wrong tone, so you're putting pressure on them once again. If your child needs an extra hug, give them that extra hug. If they let go when they're ready to let go, but also not too long. Encourage them. Don't berate them. Don't insult them. Don't say, look at the other children, how big they are. Look at they not crying. Don't do that. If they are tearful, let them know that you are there. Teachers can phone. So it's like a safety plan so that they also feel safe.
And don't cry yourself, right?
Well,
Try not
are going to find out.
Don't let them see you crying. Go to
Yes.
the car, lock the doors,
Yes.
and then have a good howl.
Yeah, or turn around and cry then.
And then, I mean, if there is a lot of kicking and screaming and resistance tomorrow, as parents, we should not, my understanding and what I've learned is that it normally takes about 2 weeks for a child to adjust. So don't sort of just go about, oh, my child hates the school, she's not going to like it, and I need to move her based
No.
on what happens
There
tomorrow
has to be
morning.
an adjustment period. And what parents also need to understand, what happens is the child cries a lot in those first 5 or 10 minutes. But the moment you leave, about 15 minutes after that, they're absolutely fine. You got to trust that they will adjust. Kids are easily adjusting to their environment, and the teachers will let you know as well. So if they don't settle in the next 2 weeks, then we know there may be a more serious issue. So then we look at things like separation anxiety or generalized anxiety and things like that. So if the teacher is saying after 2 or 3 weeks the child is not settling, then yes, you've got to look at further intervention. But other than that, trust
Just
that the
wait it
child
out.
would settle.
Okay, well, I wish you all the luck.
Thank you so
and if you're
much.
upset, just phone us.
I
Phone
will.
us. We were here for you if you need us tomorrow.
Thank
That's
you.
psychologist Jasmin Kooverjee, helping prepare for the first drop-off tomorrow. She'll be doing the same, her little guy heading off to school for the first time tomorrow as well.